All right, guys, we're going to take a look at this Oris Artix GT date model. This watch was sent in by my good friend Robert, so we could all check out on the channel. I think this will be a home run for a lot of guys with the smaller wrist because of its size, and we're going to cover that in a second. But you can see real quick here on the case, you can see it has that similar design as that Oris Big Crown that I had, where the bezel is kind of submerged down into the dial, so it also makes it super thin. It's only 11.5 millimeter thick, and that's including a display case back with that cool looking red colored rotor that Oris does, and then you have a nice sapphire crystal up top. You have the ceramic insert there. It's, under certain light you can read it, but if you're in like normal light, it's maybe a little more difficult to read that time scale. And this is a bi-directional bezel, and it's very nice smooth action, and everything lines up really good. So it depends on how you want to use it. I'm sure you could use it multiple different ways, but it's definitely a functional bezel. You can see the hour and minute hand there, and the second hand, let me zoom in a little bit. You can see at the end of the second hand there, you have like a round keyhole almost type thing there that's kind of ties in really nice with the whole aesthetics of the watch. You have a nice date window at the 6 o'clock position, and then you have those lume pips all the way around. So the lume's not going to be spectacular or anything on this, but there is lume, and you can definitely see it. I'm not going to probably do a lume shot on it though, because it's nothing spectacular, like I said. So you can see this is the Oris movement in the display here. You can see it there ticking away. It's not super decorated or anything like that. Obviously you have the rotor. Other than that, they call it a caliber, Oris caliber 733, but it's basically a Sellita SW200-1 that they added the rotor to, and they may have done some other stuff to it. I'm not really sure. You do have some information on the outside of that stainless steel ring there. You can see water resist 100 meter, sapphire crystal up top, and then the Oris Swiss 7671, some other numbers there. You can see you have solid end links, and then those first center links do pivot, but they don't fold over completely because they're inhibited by the case, as you can see there. But it still does lay flat, so you're going to have super comfort with this thing. The bracelet is like a legit bracelet. It's multi, pieces, so it just drapes really good and feels super comfortable on wrist. Signed crown. It is a screw down crown, and the action on it and the strength of it is really good. I was playing with it a little while ago. I don't really feel the need to demonstrate on that. I mean, Oris makes good watches. So I didn't check because this was already sized good for me, I'm assuming. So they do a good job with their presentation too in their box. So there's some extra links here. Okay, yeah, so they're split pin push pins, which is totally fine. Honestly, I can size that bracelet so much faster. I've never had a failure with one. It comes with a really good manual. They do a really good display with their box and everything. And it comes with a full book here, warranty card and information card and everything, and a really good book. So Oris does a really good job with their presentation, I think, overall. So it's simple but effective. Really, really nice stuff. And I love the red and black. That's a really cool color combo for their packaging. Another thing I noticed on this was actually really cool is the clasp. So it's all milled, and of course there's 4 micro adjusts, which is nice. So you're going to be able to dial this thing right in. You have shorter links and longer links, so it's going to be super easy to find a perfect fit for just about any wrist size. But the way the clasp works, these double pushers, there's individual pins on those, and I don't know, I guess I haven't really seen it done exactly that way. So when you push it in, and maybe I'm missing something, maybe I have not seen enough bracelet clasp. So the way it latches, like if you do one side, obviously that's how most of them work, where you're not going to be able to release it, but you have to do both, and they operate independently. So I don't know, I thought that was pretty cool. I guess I haven't really seen that before. Maybe I have been exposed to it and I just didn't pay attention at the time. So the rest of the size on this, guys, this is only a 37 millimeter watch, and that was me measuring at the bezel. So, but the bezel protrudes out from the case a little bit, and you can see the case kind of slopes in. So I tried to grab a measurement just below the bezel, and it's really closer to like 36, obviously not including the crown. So it wears really comfortable and small. So like if you have definitely the guys with less than 7-inch wrist, this is going to be a perfect watch for you. So definitely check out, like I said, there's different colorways, different date models, or the date model, or however you want to do it. The lug to lug is 42.7. So that's also really, really cool. Now it is going to be, slightly longer because these center end links don't really pivot, but you can see they're on such a drastic down angle, it's not going to really matter. So whether you have a really short wrist or small wrist, or if you have a long one or large wrist, then it's just going to articulate out. So it's going to fit no matter what. Like I already said, the thickness, 11.5. The bracelet, the end links, or the lug width here, I'm pretty sure it's like 19. It actually measures just under 19, like 18.8 or something. So I guess that'd be considered 19. So that's a little weird. But it does taper down to a really nice 16. So that taper is also really nice. But this bracelet is so good, I can't imagine wearing it on anything else. But I mean, a nice leather strap would be good too. So here it is next to Homer's SKX. I've been wearing this. I'll be sending this out to him tomorrow, so you can see it's much, much smaller. Throw this on wrist, but you can see this on my 7.25 inch wrist. It still wears great and looks great. I mean, it's super comfortable. Definitely, great looking and great feeling watch. It feels perfect. It just feels super comfortable. When these came out, I think they're discontinued now because I don't see them available really, but when these came out, I think the MSRP on them was about $2,000. Robert sent me a link to a sold out, obviously, on Joma Shop. I think Joma was selling them for about $1,200. And then if you search around on eBay, I couldn't find this exact model, but similar models seem like they sell for around $600 or $700. So on the used market, I think you're right there. You're just over $500, and you have yourself a really nice Swiss watch that would definitely be great for anyone. Like, I don't know much bigger wrist than mine, but I mean a lot of that is personal preference. But 7 1/4 and on down, this is a great watch. So if you guys are if you dig this, let me know in the comments. If if you have the smaller wrist size, is this something that would appeal to you? This is it's cool to see these watches are out there. I know there's a lot of guys that complain about the larger sizes, but they're smaller watches out there. Maybe they're discontinued, but they're still available. So you just have to find them. Maybe we're just not aware of them. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Big thanks to Robert for sending this guy in. This is a super cool watch, and I'll see you guys at the next video.